Opal Lee entered the Texas Senate with a big smile on her face Wednesday morning. With friends and family packed in the upper gallery of the Texas Senate, she sat in a small chair as everyone in the chamber cheered and gave her a standing ovation. Lee is known as the grandmother of Juneteenth, but not because she's 96. The Fort Worth community activist was instrumental in getting June 19th designated as a national holiday, a celebration for when slaves in Texas were notified they were free. Lee was back in Austin as part of a promise made 2 years ago by Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick.
We'd like to give you thanks in being a man of your word and keeping your word.
The promise was the portrait of Lee, unveiled by Patrick and State Senator Royce West as lawmakers stood close, taking their own pictures. She later described what she felt during the big reveal.
I was so happy and so humble. I wanted to do a holy dance, but the kids say I'm twerking when I
Well, that would have been okay.
But it was beautiful. Hey, I didn't know I looked that good.
Lee is the second African American to have a portrait placed in the state Senate. The first was Congresswoman Barbara Jordan.
There's so many other people who have done things much greater than what I've done. All I've done is just simply say we need to work together.
Just behind the unveiling was the portrait of Jefferson Davis, a representation of the racial divide in Texas. Recent efforts to remove the painting of the Confederate president seem to have stalled, and I asked Senator West about it.
I think that there has to be a discussion about whose portraits are appropriate in the Senate chamber to be reflective of the citizens in the state of Texas. We can't hide from the history of this state. You know, should it be in a museum? Should it be there? That's a debate that we're going to have. But I was just glad to see Lieutenant Governor make the suggestion 2 years ago that we ought to honor Opal Lee.
The slow pace of change is something Lee knows well, so she urged those who want to make a difference not to get discouraged.
Well, I'm saying to them to make themselves a committee of one, that they've got to change somebody's mind, and minds can be changed. If people can be taught to hate, they can be taught to love, and it's up to these young people to do it. Not gonna happen in a day. They got to work at it.
And Lee is an example of how that kind of work can bring about change.